Evening, everybody. Welcome to FTB Sports. And today we're going to be talking about England versus Hungary, the build-up. Just going to bring in on the show today, we have, everybody knows this guy, Monday from the Man United Agenda, always on his TikTok with his dogs.
That's right.
And yeah, and then we have Canos from the Armory TV.
How you doing?
Welcome. Your flag's just dropping.
Yeah, half mast, man. It's dying. It's like half mast.
Every time I see it, it's looking
it gets lower and lower. Yeah, man.
Oh, dear.
Where's the real star of the show on Monday, man? Where's Yabba? Come on, where's Yabba, man?
Yabba's lying down. We went walkies up the hills, so they're all tired. But this is Cookie.
Yes.
Hello, Cookie.
Cookie.
He's always by my side. But Yabba's just chilling over there, so.
Cookie likes me as well. Everyone likes me. All the dogs. Okay, so England World Cup is up and coming. We're in group stage. Well, we played 3 games, haven't we? Let's just flash up where we are in this group. So we're trying to extend our lead. This is the group, sorry. 9 points out of 3 games. Can't get much better than that. To be honest, you know, would you expect anything less from this group, from England?
The only team that can give you a little bit of trouble with their full team is Poland, I would say.
Yeah,
that's the only team really I'd expect. Maybe, you know, away from home, you know, maybe, you know, dropping a couple of points. But other than that, no, it should be sailing through this team, this actual group.
Yeah,
I second that. I think it's disappointing sometimes when you're playing group games like this and the standard's really low. So by the time you get to the tournament, you play someone decent, you're out of the tournament. I mean, I'd rather have someone like a big boy in there to battle with, you know. But I agree with what Candace said about Poland. They've got Lewandowski, obviously, and a lot of top flight players. So, but we've already beaten them, I believe. Yeah. That's correct.
Yeah, because I think they were kind of ridden by COVID, weren't they? A lot of their top players missed the game.
Yeah. It was tough times.
But if we're going to get excited and try and hype up this Hungary game, it's the top 2, first, second. So let's get excited.
Though, Hungary in the Euros,
they were decent. They were decent, actually. Yeah, they caused it. What was the game that they played? Was it against Germany?
France?
When they nearly beat Germany.
Was it Germany? Yeah.
They're a decent team. You know, you can't, you know, and it's going to be in Budapest as well. But is this game going to be behind closed doors? I think this, because they've got like a ban, haven't they, for their crowd for racist behaviour.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So no fans?
I think so. And I think that the problem, I don't know, Saka in the squad? And some of
that's not funny, I know. But...
No, it's not. But I'm just saying if he is, and heck of a game for him to come back into, because if they've, you know, if there is a crowd involved, I'm sure they had I don't know. I think
if anyone knows for sure is watching, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Southgate said something about. Wait a minute, Mr. B. It's a UEFA ban. Yeah, so they've got a ban, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, behind closed doors. Yeah, apparently, yeah.
That'll work in Hungary's favour
from
then.
Their supporters and homophobic banners in the stands during their.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's going to work in their favour, really. Maybe.
You think? No.
That
works in our favour. Fans be loud.
No, what?
No. It's away from home. We're playing it there. If they had fans there, it's usually intimidating, isn't it? When you're playing away from home. But I think I just this flashback. Trevor's just reminded me about Hungary in the Euros. They have got a decent side when they set up correctly. They're hard to beat. But as when it comes to penetration against England with this group, we should be expecting 3 points for sure. Yeah. I know they've got one player, but I can never pronounce his name. I'm terrible with my pronunciations. He plays for Salzburg. He's young. I've known him since he was 18, followed since he was 18, central midfielder, good shot on him, technically really good. I think some of the big clubs are surprised no one's signed him. He's usually going to be Red Bull from Germany signing their players. But apart from that, I don't see how they're going to get in behind us. The European finalists, I mean, we got the momentum.
Is the hype
based on the last
around?
tournament? Based on the last tournament.
The hype still, though.
Yeah, well, the hype train, everyone's still on the hype train. I'm sure we are. It wasn't so long ago, was it?
Well,
man,
everyone was heartbroken.
Need to get off to a winning start, right? Oh, women! I just see Mr. B said it's a UEFA ban, but the game's being played because it's World Cup under FIFA, so all their fans are going to be there. So it's going to be a tough game.
Oh wow,
60,000. Wow.
And Silver Fox has just said the guy pronounced it.
What's his name on Monday?
Host. The host. I'll leave it to the host, Gemma.
Right, Sebastian. Yeah.
Bless you. Bless you.
Yeah, that'll do.
Bless you.
It's better than saying Ajax.
Good player.
Yeah, he is. He is a good player. He is.
I think Hungary are the perfect example of good management and not having to go and have big name stars. You compare Hungary to France, and they were well drilled, well set up. Everyone knew their role. They did it properly. Nobody was selfish. I think they're a good example of a well drilled team. Let's hope that they've forgotten where they've forgotten their positioning a little bit, maybe.
Well, I think it's not 1954 anymore, and Puskas and all the guys there. So since then, with a nation with that sort of talent and that sort of side they had all them years ago, they came to Wembley and gave England a whooping. But since then they've never been a major force on the world stage, and so you think where's the talent pool? What's happened to all the talent? And since I know in the old European Cup, you used to get teams like Red Star winning the European Champions League, and Porto and Haji's team from Romania, they won it once or twice. So we're not seeing that much talent come out of Hungary anymore. So I'm a bit surprised by that, because back in the 50s, wow.
Decent. No,
so let's go through these comments a minute. There's lots of eyes. I think that's because we're a bit late. Takes a long time to get ready, guys. Adam lied to me. Okay, Silver Fox gone. Hi there, Robert Trent. Nice for you to join us.
How you doing, Rob?
And he's given us a nice little smiley face. Thanks for that. And then, San Marino still has a chance.
Yeah. that game's all about goal difference, isn't it? That game.
This is Reese. My boy Reese in the building. Nice to see you here.
Reese.
Yeah, it's a UEFA ban. Games under FIFA. 60,000. Is that 60,000?
It's going to be a big game. It's going to be a difficult game. And the thing is as well, I mean, you know what those Eastern Bloc teams are like. They're going to rouse up some serious atmosphere. Sancho injured in training. That's got to be lies, isn't it? Omondi there. Did you see? I wish, Tony, if you can, please caption Omondi's face when I read that.
And forget about the spelling, the pronunciation. I'll deal with this one.
I know it's
like
wicked.
The life just drained out of me.
A bit like your flag, then. Yeah.
That way, there it is.
Well, your hopes and dreams. I know it's wicked, but I was saying to I can't remember who I was talking to now, and I said all this thing with Ronaldo, and imagine it ends up like the Aguero situation.
What do you mean?
Like he gets injured when he plays for Portugal, and he's
God.
I'm not wishing it, but I'm just saying, imagine it's the.
Don't speak it. It will come into existence.
I'll zip it.
You know something, guys, though? Like, I just wanted to throw something out there. I mean, we're coming from a high from the Euros, and now we're playing Hungary, and it's a bit like, well, we sort of expect to beat them. Do you think going into the World Cup qualifiers and championship, should we start bringing in new players now? Do you think there should be a transition? Say, for example, Trent's in the side. He never got a look in the Euros. Say, for example, Bellingham. Does Bellingham start playing? Calvert-Lewin. Do you think we need to start refreshing, bringing easing some players out there, like Kyle Walker, for example, and Trippier? Do you think these guys need to start being filtered out?
Who do we say the back? Who do we say the back four is there? You'd go Trent. Arnold, right? Luke Shaw, Maguire, and Stones, right? And obviously Pickford in goal.
Well, you think Arnold, at right back?
Damn straight. Listen, yeah.
I agree. I agree with that, but I don't know about Southgate.
Now they want him back. The Euros is gone. They saw what they were lacking. Now they want Trent back. Trent will make Harry Kane look like Maradona in this World Cup. Let me tell you.
Feeding him.
That's what he was missing. You watch. Yeah. Now everybody wants Trent back. He's already got 2 man of the matches this season. He's been on it.
So we all agree with Trent then that Trent should be going forward. So what's the point of having Trippier and Kyle Walker in the squad then?
So they can
I'll put Reece James in there, to be fair. I'll play Reece James.
Oh yeah, so there's 4. Once again, we've got 4 right backs in this.
Lights a right back, didn't he?
So who's the backup for left back? It's got Luke Shaw and Trippier then.
Yeah.
Trippier, yeah.
I don't understand that. What's happened to the Chelsea boy?
Yeah, he's not played. Chilwell's not played at all.
Is that because he's injured?
No. He's not injured. He's just not been picked.
I thought he was going to play against us, to be honest.
Okay.
Pardon?
I thought he would have played against us because
yeah. But he's playing Alonso, Tuchel is, and to be fair, he's doing all right. So you can't really.
Yeah.
And he's sold Emerson as well, hasn't he? Chelsea, they've sold Emerson, the other left back, so it's just the 2 of them now, I imagine.
Two decent left backs, to be fair. I mean, Alonso can't really defend, but going forward, he's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So moving on to midfield, what do you guys think about the midfield? How would we set up?
It's got to be Phillips and Rice, right?
Okay.
See, I'm a bit.
Don't come with Jordan Henderson.
Oh, don't even start with me, yeah. Don't even start with me, yeah.
Phillips, Rice, and Mount. That's your 3.
See, I don't think that works.
He will play Mount.
I know what he's gonna. We all know what he's gonna do. Well, we don't, but I just think Henderson will help. Especially if we've got Trent. I mean, Luke Shaw, bless him, he's all right, but he's not gonna push up, is he? Too much.
Luke Shaw.
What about Bellingham? That's what I was saying. Is there gonna be a transition now? Shall we start bringing in the youngsters like Bellingham? Does he deserve a chance?
Of course he does. But I think he definitely does. I don't think he'll start with him. I think he'll be a sub on, along with Lingard.
I can't see past the 3 there: Phillips, Rice, and Mount. I really can't.
I think that's what he will play. Yeah, that's what he will play.
I'm surprised that Lingard's in there. He's not played, has he?
He came on a sub in the Southampton game.
3 minutes.
I thought, toward like 10 minutes to go or something like that.
Money in the tank, mate. Money in the tank.
With Van der Beek watching on, like, are you for real?
Appearance fee. So I think. What do you think, Gems? I think Southgate's going to play Declan Rice for sure.
I know
Calvin Phillips done himself a lot of. Calvin Phillips done himself. His reputation really blew up in the Euros. But I would play Declan Rice, Bellingham, and Mount.
Bellingham?
Yes, I think you need to start transitioning and bringing these youngsters in.
Not Phillips, no?
No.
Wow, okay.
He hasn't played, is he? Phillips is just... He missed the first game against Man United. He's just starting to feel him getting back into the side, get back into fitness. So I would give this an opportunity for. There's 3 games over the next couple of weeks. I would give Bellingham a chance to start at least one of them, starting with Hungary. Sorry, Jem, I interrupted.
Sorry, how's he doing actually at the moment in the Bundesliga?
He's
this season. Has he?
Can I answer that? Is that all right? Yeah, he started every game. He's dead set from last season. Soon as he arrived, he's been like involved in the first team squad, and now he's like seen as an essential player in the midfield for them. And he's really combative. He's got everything to his game.
I believe the teams over here missed him. He's only in Birmingham.
I know. Crazy, isn't it?
We're supposed to be buying him next season. There's been a lot of talk of that.
You're not going to get it for less than 60, 70 mil. And that would be cheap.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly this
It'll
season
be 19 next year.
Wow. Supposedly this season was for securing contracts, and next season we're rolling out the big bucks and the red carpet. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's been spoken about, that we've already put our stamp on. He's ours next season. This is what's been said. I don't know.
So what's your midfield, Gemma?
Well, I'm going to say Henderson, and I don't understand the hate he gets. I don't understand it. I really don't.
It's not hate. It's like, let's move on.
This ain't 2004. I'm joking, but come on, man. You know, we've got to move. It's true. I agree with Candice. Got to move on.
I'd have Henderson, and then I would play Bellingham, because I would pay the young ones, but he can help out at the back there.
But the thing is that the three got you to the Euro finals. You had Mount, Rice, and Phillips.
Yeah.
How can you see beyond that?
And yet it was frustrating. Were we happy with every game?
Or
were we not all complaining about the midfield?
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, was everyone screaming for Henderson? Henderson? I didn't hear that.
Do you know what?
I heard it for Grealish. I didn't see anything for Henderson, but I just wanted to just know what the pros are for Henderson. What you're saying? Experience. Yeah.
He makes a lot of forward passes. I know people say he doesn't, but he does. He can get those forward passes and he can push up. He's very, very vocal. I don't know if you heard last season with no fans. It was quite interesting, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You could hear him. Anytime anyone made a good pass or a good move, he's saying, well done, get over there, do this, do that. So I think he would be a great captain in the middle of that team, especially if we do have the young ones on. I think he'll be, an experienced player to have in the middle, almost like, becoming like a Milner.
Actually playing tomorrow, to be fair, for that reason, because it will be a hostile atmosphere. So it could well be for Declan Rice is a shoe-in, Mount is a shoe-in, and it may be then Henderson or Phillips, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know what? You made a good case for Henderson.
Nothing phases him. He's been there, done it, bought a t-shirt. He's fought his way into this team under Klopp. He works hard. He's very professional.
You should be his PA.
Definitely.
I mean, the way you promoted him just there, I'm a believer now. No, actually, you make a good case. I think, maybe you should go in then. Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's right, but it's a good case.
It's not right, but it's okay. Okay, front
three. So
I was a bit. I mean, a lot of people might say he's old and whatever, but I thought Ings deserved a bit of a shout. I know Bamford looking to the future and stuff, but it would have been nice to see Ings. I'm still a bit upset Vardy pulled out of the England squad, because he would have terrorized people in the Euros. But yeah, let's go. I'm going to go to Zach on Monday first. We're going to have Kane up front.
Well, this is the thing. This is the issue that I always have with England and Tottenham. It's always Harry Kane, like it was with Shearer. When in Shearer era, you had Andy Cole, Ian Wright, Teddy Sheringham. Well, Teddy Sheringham did get a look in. Robbie Fowler. So many great strikers, but never got a look in. So I feel sorry for Bamford and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, because I don't think they're going to get a look in any big game. It's always going to be about Harry Kane. So start with Harry Kane. He'll be the main focus for the attack. From the players we have available, I'd go with Grealish and Saka's there. Sorry, Saka and Sterling.
Yeah, I mean, from the Euros, you'd have to. I mean, this is the difference. I know I'm gonna be a bit biased again, but with Trent on that wing.
Plug.
Yes, I think Harry Kane will do a lot better in that area, but I do think if he's doing what he was doing before and dropping deep, he can't keep doing that. He needs to wait and be patient, stay in the box. Then he needs to come off. But I don't know if Southgate will be doing that. But I do think Calvert-Lewin deserves a shot. Canos.
I can't see if past the front three of Grealish, Kane, and Sterling. To be honest, I think Grealish has started well for City. and now he's at City. He's going to now be that kind of, that type of player, because he's at a big club who command. If he is performing, he's going to command a place in the England team. He's playing under Pep. That's going to stand him in good stead. Saka, I think he would take him out anyway, simply because of what happened, and it will be a horrible atmosphere there, and that might be something to kind of maybe protect him a bit. If we're able to shut up the crowd, then Saka would be someone that you'd bring on, kind of thing, and to do a little bit of damage late on. Sterling for me is a shoe-in. He has to start, and Kane has to start. It's just really Grealish or Saka, really, and I think because of Grealish's early season form and who he's playing for now or playing under, I reckon he'll start with Grealish.
Yeah.
Can I add? I think Trev Canners makes a great point there. I mean, why is it that when you go to a big club, you got more chance of getting selected? He's still the same player as before. He's still got the same statistics and stats in the Premiership. What is that about, Canners or Jem? What's that going on there?
There's a few things. Number one, now he's playing under a different manager, and Pep is someone who continually improves players. I mean, Sterling was good at Liverpool. He was good, but he went on to another level, and he is on another level with City. Grealish will go into another level under Pep. And the thing is, I also as well, in the coming, during the season, he's going to be playing Champions League football. And Champions League football's at the highest level, isn't it? At the end of the day, and you only get that type of football really when you're at the top clubs. So that's probably kind of answers to a point, your question. I mean, listen, you've got players like Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips, who are doing bits, and they've shown that they can do it at international level. But again, if they were to go to a bigger club, I reckon they could go up another level again, because they're young enough to do that.
It's better coaching, better experience, players around you. You learn from things around you, don't you?
There's nothing like, a Champions League night when you're under the cosh in a hostile atmosphere. That kind of stuff kind of, stands you in good stead for things like tomorrow night. Those kind of games.
So do you think, just based on that, now during the Euros, Grealish was playing for Aston Villa, and he was still, it's only a few months ago, and people demanded he plays, that he starts. The whole nation seemed to be behind him.
Personally, I think the Championship did him the most good.
Playing in the Championship.
He went down to the Championship, didn't he? For a season. I think that does wonders for players, toughens them up a bit.
But we've got players like, when I was making my notes, Connor Cody, for example, he plays for Wolves. Scouser as well. He used to play for, I think he was on Liverpool's books at one point, wasn't he? Yeah. So, me personally, I don't think he's good enough.
He goes to United, he's pushing them for a place, in my opinion.
But I don't think he's good enough to be at United. I'd rather Ben White. Ben White now's just gone to Arsenal. Why isn't he in there for Connor Cody?
Because he
seems a bit inconsistency with this big club.
He will be there. I reckon, because Ben White had the whole COVID thing. He's hardly played for the last 2 weeks.
Fair enough.
So he can't really be expected, unless obviously he's amazing. If it's Harry Maguire, that might be a different thing. But
Right, comments are building up a minute, boys. Let's just go through them. So Adam's saying the Southgate press conference revealed Sancho received a knock in training this morning, but everyone else is fit. I don't know, maybe he banged himself in the head when he thought Ronaldo's coming. Like,
that one might come in.
Now. Knocked himself. Mr. B, bloody hell.
You got your script out, Jem.
I'm sure Mr. B said something else. He's typed it nicer. Where's Greenwood? We're going to get onto that in a minute. My son wants a speech about that. Tough game for us. Hungary were decent in the Euros. That's what I'm saying. Don't underestimate these.
Especially at home. And if you remember their crowd, their crowd was very
intimidating. Yeah. Like Anfield. Henderson helps away from home. Solid unit needed for victory here. This is what I'm saying. He's experienced. He's won big competitions, you know.
You can't get more
like
solid than a Euro final, right? You know, you can't get a bigger atmosphere than that. And Rice and Phillips, they didn't
win it, did they?
To be fair. Right.
Sounds like a Liverpool fan talking, dissing Shaw. I'm not dissing Shaw. I'm just saying he's not as fast coming down the sides. That's not dissing. It's just speaking my opinion, Munsey. If you've got a different one, that is fine. Only positions that are up for debate are okay. We've got this is James, by the way.
Drum roll, James. Let's hear it.
Which James? Liverpool James or Tottenham James?
Oh yeah.
Right back, right wing.
Yeah, there's 4 right backs, so that gives you an choice.
Yeah.
And the right wing, I'm saying Saka, for example, for balance. Yeah, I did say no Phillips. I just want to see Bellingham in. I think Phillips didn't start the first game against Leeds, and maybe, you know, he's not up to scratch yet.
Potentially even better than Bellingham. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 of them, isn't there?
Wow. See, if Wenger was around, he would have picked up Bellingham. We would have got Bellingham long time when he was like 14, probably.
Yeah.
Just a few tweets or whatever, and that was it. Wenger, he would have picked him up straight away.
Yeah, your scouting system's poor now. Mr. B, only right wing up for debate. Got to play Trent. Yes, Mr. B, you know it. Yeah. We don't want to play no boring defensive football. And if Harry's as good as you say he is, he can handle that defense, and Trent can whip them balls in, so Harry can actually do something. Ola Cunley, evening.
Good evening.
Agreed, Mr. B. Against Andorra, the changes will come. Ready for another big game against Poland next week. But this is the thing. There is 3 games. I think everybody will get their time.
Yeah.
Mr. B, Canners, thank you. You can't change that midfield 3. So Mr. B agrees with you there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't change that midfield 3. I don't think, in my opinion, anyway, and Mr. B's opinion.
Yeah.
But Jem threw a spanner in the works because she gave a good eye.
It's a good point. You know, as a lawyer, that would have done well. That would have got everyone going.
Yeah. It's one of those beard scratchers.
Hendo and Phillips. No price.
Hendo and Phillips. No, and then TTM Sports. He's saying Henderson stability.
Is that Liverpool, James?
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
There you go.
Henderson, Phillips Rice amount for me. Yeah. Will Southgate start Bamford or stick with Barry Spain? Well, I think we all know he's gonna start with Harry Kane. I don't think that's gonna change. We can give our opinion on what we would do, but I fully believe he will start with Harry Kane.
The cheerleader.
Mr. B.
Come on, you can do it.
His pom-poms.
You can do it.
Mr. Satan Beard, we can talk later, yeah?
Come on.
You can come on the reaction show. If Henderson does play and he plays very well, Mr. B is coming on and we can have this discussion, okay? Red Devils talk show. Sterling, Bamford, Sancho, Lewin is injured. Midfield, Mount, Phillips and Lingard. And definitely Trent, Stones, Maguire and James Pope in goal.
Wow.
I take it that's for the Andorra game, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a big switch.
Long show.
We'll see. I don't think that's ever gonna make an appearance, but it looks interesting. Cody was LFC under 20 captain, yeah.
So what happened? Why didn't he make the grade at Liverpool?
Maybe he just didn't cut it. We've got some very talented youth players, you know.
It must be 27, maybe. Connor Cody.
Okay, so who's your manager 7, 8 years ago? James? On the spot there.
Isn't it Brandon?
What about who was the guy, ex-England manager? Who's ex-England manager? Just Roy Hodgson. Was it Roy Hodgson?
It must have been Brendan.
No, actually, Hodgson was the manager in 2012. I remember.
Yeah. Who knows? I'm not sure.
James, no. James.
Yeah. He's encyclopedia when it comes to Liverpool.
Because I'm sure Klopp
was the manager in 2016 by Lakers.
My assistant's telling me, yeah. James, you let us know. Anyway, talk MU.
I was right, wasn't I? I was right.
He was talking about something about 2016. I don't even know what he was saying. Okay.
That would have been Rogers.
Hi to Talk MU. Sorry. Hi.
Hi,
how
Talk
you doing, man?
MU. And James is saying, if we don't win, shall we storm the pitch?
That would not last long.
If you didn't catch our live stream yesterday for transfer deadline day, this is James from TTM Sports, and he liked to speak a lot about when Man U stormed the pitch to get what they want, and they did get a few things they wanted.
He was probably the guy at Congress in America who stormed Congress, was it?
How dare they do this?
The beard and the
I
mask.
think he's one on the phone first saying, they're doing it, they're doing it. Quick, go.
Behind the scenes, yeah, go.
Oh, we love you, James.
You know, something about the comments. I think everyone's almost on the same page as us. There's only, like you said, like James said, there's maybe 3-4 positions that could be up for grabs.
The Phillips and Lingard one in midfield. That one, that's a curveball there.
Left field, yeah.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah. Mr. Congress.
I don't think I'd play Lingard for 90 minutes in an England game. And
I don't understand it.
Saka
he hasn't played. He's played, like you said, he's played only like 20 minutes, maybe maximum. This season.
And I think Saka can't necessarily. And in a tough game, I love Saka, but I think 90 minutes is a bit much for him in a tough game like this as well.
No, I'd back him in a tough game. The only thing I would do is I'll just kind of protect him a bit from this game because, listen, this country, well, at this stadium, they've got form. That's why they got UEFA banned. So, and it could be something. I think sometimes you just kind of got to protect them a bit. Really, he's 19, isn't he?
Canners, I think Saka was like a revelation in the Euros. Why? Why are you protecting him? Like saying you don't want him to play? Is it because best playing for Arsenal? Is this a club country thing? Do you want him to? Don't want him to get injured or?
No,
I'm serious question.
I'm actually thinking
the racist abuse.
Yeah, because of where this is going to be such a hostile game. You watch it, and it'll be actually a really good game to watch. And it will test a lot of these players to come to this stadium, 60,000 crowd. Oh, and you know, they were that close to going through in the Euros. The teams, the fans are going to be right behind the team, and they will make it as hostile as they can. And I don't think, if any, there is going to. I'm not saying that they will be, but you know, it's just in case. Let us go a couple of goals up. Let us shut the crowd up, and then bring him on. Do you know what I mean? I just don't. You know, the harder the game goes, the longer the game goes 0-0, and it's tough. Or if they go 1-up, I can just see it. I don't know his mental state and how mentally tough Saka is. Obviously, he is because.
I mean, we didn't have to play him either. There's so many other players that can play.
You got Grealish there and Sterling. I mean,
Sterling's a tough old boot, isn't he?
I
think he always thrives off of it in a way. He kind of
just to add, guys. How do you see us scoring goals? Do you think we can score in open play? Like we during the Euros, we scored a lot of assists from the fullbacks, overlaps. If Trent plays, for example, that will give us more penetration there. And we're getting like almost tap-ins in the 6-yard box. So is that our style of football now? Are we sort of playing that sort of Jurgen press kind of game where we're passing the ball into net almost?
I mean, I don't know if we can play out from the back necessarily. I don't know. I'll have to see.
Stones and Maguire, they're both good ball players.
Yeah, but then
Stones ain't played this season, has he?
Has he not?
No.
Okay.
Will he start with him? He's gonna probably have to.
But do you see us scoring in open play? Do you see England having this pattern of play now? How we can score our goals?
Yeah, listen, we've got a pattern of play which is decent, and you know what? Especially if you look at the Ukraine game that we played in the Euros and everything came together. The goals what we scored in that game were brilliant. And I think we've got good enough players to play that type of way as well. It would be nice to have someone a bit like what's his name from Chelsea, the Italian Jorginho. If we had someone, just a bit of guile and a bit of like, just someone who can play and pick that pass. They had a fantastic midfield three. They had Verratti, then they had who could play a bit as well. Had Jorginho, he would just smother everything side to side and could play. And then you had someone
at
like
the back.
Barella.
They had some experience, didn't they?
No, Verratti was probably the was it Jorginho or Verratti the eldest? But I mean, look, Verratti, Barella, Jorginho. I mean, that's a brilliant midfield three. If you get anything like that, because they've got everything, bite, tenacity, and they can all play.
Good bout, good shout.
Midfield is good, but I think is where our weakness is sometimes. I think we're going to start with getting the balls down the wings. I think that's what we were doing, and I'm trying to think back. I think a lot of times we were getting the balls in the box, but there was nobody there waiting for the balls. It's like everyone was getting the ball in the box, but there was nobody in there to get the ball.
Harry Kane was outside the box.
Nobody was there for the ball when it's coming in the box. So I don't know how.
This is the thing. I mean, Trev kind of mentioned the Ukraine game, but I think Ukraine came at us and we were able to exploit them against Hungary, who are going to be set up like.
No, they won't. I don't think they'll be set up. They're at home.
Do you think they'll come at us then?
I think they won't sit back and defend. Okay. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll not to be conservative, but I think that they'll try and be measured in what they do. I don't think they'll sit back and put tempo on the board. If they do, I'll be very surprised.
I think they'll come all out and try and get that first goal, and then they might defend.
First goal key.
I can't see them coming out at home and just parking up. Yeah. I think they'll get booed by their own fans.
Yeah,
they try and do that. Yeah. I think their group stage, the way they played against the big teams, I think they're going to be even more confident now. So they're going to think England, all right.
Because what they did against Germany, they gave them a front, and they had a go as well. It was like they could score at will against Germany.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. I'm excited now. Thanks, guys. I wasn't excited before, but now I can't wait. Where's my England flag? It's going to be good.
I know. I need to get one.
I know.
Trev, you should upgrade.
I know. Listen, this one is down at half mark. It's dying a death.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Someone died, didn't it? Someone died, man.
Your memories of
oh my god, they're quickly fading away. I tell you, mate. Oh.
So predictions. Anyway. I think as regarding the game tomorrow night. I think it's on terrestrial TV as well, so everyone's going to be tuning in. I think England are going to not concede. I think with the defence with Harry Maguire, one of the best world-rated defenders out there, and Luke Shaw, fantastic. Trent, if he plays, fantastic. I just think they're not going to score against us, only from like a set piece maybe. So I think England is set up well enough. The confidence is high, so they're not going to concede. I don't think they conceded in the Euros up until Denmark, maybe the semi-final. So they're proven to be doing well in that respect. I think we're going to win 1-0 and manage the game.
It's going to be a midfield battle. I really do. I seen Solo said earlier it's going to be a boring 1-0. Oh. I'm hoping not, because I'm so tired of that, and I'm hoping that Trent is going to be the difference on that wing, getting some balls into the box so that Harry's not coming back.
What? They're going to have some blazing quick left winger. He's just going to rip it.
Right, what's your prediction then?
I reckon a 2-1 England.
2-1, yeah.
2-1 England.
I'm going to say 3-1. I reckon that Trent even might get one himself. Henderson with a late winner.
Oh my good. A penalty, yeah.
A late winner. No, he's not on.
Oh yeah, it's Harry Kane, isn't it? Flip.
Yeah. Let's just hope there's no penalties, because we don't want that PTSD coming back.
Yeah.
Okay? We don't need that. I'm just gonna go through the last comments and then we'll wrap this up. England now have an identity. I truly believe some home pressure is involved and nip and tuck 1-0 wins. Let's think about it. The one away fixture we played was in Italy, and what was the score?
Draw. It was a draw, wasn't it?
Hungary are fearless. They look good at the Euros. we're only a few minutes from knocking out Germany and progressing. I know they scared the life out of Germany. They really did. Really well set up team. I would love to see Greenwood. Oh, yeah. So I promised Red Devils Talk Show I would just quickly go for this. Greenwood. My son's very upset Greenwood's not in this squad.
I get why Southgate has put Calvert-Lewin in there.
What do you think his reasons are for this?
Because he can hold the ball up. Basically, he's stronger. He's just Greenwood's your different kind of player in the sense that he's all about movement, etc. Calvert-Lewin in a game like against Hungary, you're gonna need to be physically strong. You're gonna get physically battered in that game, and Calvert-Lewin is a target man who can hold the ball up and bring people into play. So that is my opinion as to why he's gone with Calvert-Lewin rather than Greenwood. Don't get me wrong, Greenwood will have his time. He's a decent player, but this isn't the type of game for him. He would get, I think, eaten alive.
Well, this is what I've said to my son. I've said he's still young. You know, there is a lot of players that are up and coming through that are older than him, that have a bit more experience.
Besides, I don't think it's between Calvert-Lewin and Greenwood. I think it's either like Saka or Grealish and you know, someone like that. I think
there's a lot of talent in that area right now.
Exactly, Sancho. So I don't think it's about Calvert-Lewin or Greenwood. I think if Southgate was going to play Greenwood, he would play him off one of the wings.
Yeah, and I think, you know, at the end of this season, it will be where Greenwood can, you know, prove his worth and push his way into that squad.
His trajectory at the moment is like that, and he's doing well. If it continues, let's see what happens in November, December time, turn of the year and all that, and he's still banging in goals.
This is my point. All right. I was asking for consistency. I don't see consistency with the selection of this side. We talked about playing for big clubs. Grealish now from Aston Villa. Will he start because he's playing for Man City now? Then you've got players like Conor Cody, West Ham players. You've got Leeds United players in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Who are not playing for huge clubs, but they might get starts, you know, especially with Phillips and Rice, for example. So when it comes to Greenwood, what about his form? He scored 3 and 3, scored every game for United. He looks sensational. Trev's talking about the rise of Greenwood. It's on everyone's lips. But I can't understand why he can't fit into that squad. You've got a man like Jesse Lingard in there who probably might not get a game. And so I'm thinking, how come Jesse only plays 20 minutes for Man United? All right, big club. You tick that box. Okay, that's fine. But how come you only play 20 minutes and Greenwood's scored in every single game for Man United? 3 games, 3 goals, and nice goals as well, especially the one against Leeds. And he doesn't even get a look in. I don't know what's going on there. This is why
he doesn't know it.
I started the show by saying about transition, Bellingham, youngsters coming in. And I was going to get on to Greenwood and say, well, why isn't Greenwood in? Then what's that saying? He didn't get into the Euros. He wasn't even in the squad. And now he's got 3 games. He's going away for nearly 2 weeks, 3 games, and he's not even in the squad. And you can't even say he's not fit or taking a knock or something like that. But Sancho's just played half a game
or
something for Man United, just coming in, gets in. I don't see consistency. Well, how do you pick squads?
Do.
Sorry,
I know you've got your rose tinted glasses on there.
Red tinted.
He's had
red for United.
Red tinted
this season. Like,
listen, Southgate has certain players that he picks all the time, right? I tell you what, Dele Alli will soon be in that squad if he continues playing well as well. Because if you remember back in 2018, he was an integral part of that team. Southgate goes for players that he can trust and knows. He doesn't know Greenwood yet, right? He's getting to know him. Lingard, he knows. He knows what Lingard can do. Lingard, as he said, I think it was unlucky not to be part of that England squad as it was. And as such, you haven't got Foden. And I think that's why Lingard is getting in. And that, I guess, will answer that particular question. I don't think Greenwood is paying the price for his antics in Iceland because Foden didn't. Foden was picked, wasn't he, in the Euros, and he played quite a big part in the Euros. So, I don't believe so.
Okay. What does not really? No, I'm happy. I'm happy. It makes sense what Candace is saying. But
tell me one player in this squad that hasn't been part of or been in, I would say, 80% of his squads and previous squads. Ding, ding,
You hear the crickets chirping away. I mean, I will say, you know, I've had this conversation, and my son said, "Oh, but he scored in the last 3 games. He's had the best first 3 games." Okay, but this season is 3 games. You know, anyone can have a really good start for 3 games. I think it's just what people have done last season. The fact that they've already played with the England squad, they're used to playing amongst those players. It's the World Cup's literally next year. It's coming up close. I think after the end of this season, or like December, if Greenwood's still in that same form and he's still hitting those numbers, he will be in there. He will be. And Lingard will be, you know, shipped off. Shipped off to Reading with Andy Carroll.
Is that true about Andy Carroll?
I don't even know. I want to know that.
Or is that a running joke or something? Because I heard it on the show yesterday. Has he gone to Reading?
Yeah. That was the other half of TTM Sports, wasn't it? Yeah, Andy Carroll on a free to Reading. That was.
No,
I'm still not convinced.
Transfer of the day.
There's got to be if you're a player, you got to say right. All I've got to do is play well, and I'll get into the England squad. Or all I've got to do is go to a big club, and I'll get into the England squad. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no consistency. I want to know what the factors are that get you.
There's always been issues with
because if I'm Greenwood right now, I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm banging in goals. I'm saving United.
3
games. Man in the match.
3 games. 3 games. Come on now, 3 games.
And in all honesty, right? Tell me, how has he been playing? Don't you know? Apart from scoring the goals, what has his play been like? Honestly,
right. As a striker, scoring a goal a game ain't bad.
Wolves, you were awful. He didn't do much else apart from score that goal.
I think he's. We get to what. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just think that he plays really well. He doesn't really give the ball away. He's learning all the time. He's adapted to playing sort of on the right wing now. And he does. Last season, his numbers weren't great. Last season, his numbers weren't great. But you can see he's developing his game. He's focusing on his game, so his game's improved. So he can play all across the line. I think he's a major asset for England today, not next year, whatever. I just want to know what the factors are that get you picked for the England squad. And Greenwood's ticking all the boxes, but not in there. Just doesn't make sense.
In your best 11 for United, who's your front 3
for Man United? Sancho, Ronaldo.
Greenwood should have been the first name off the top.
No, I'm going from right to left. From left to right.
All right.
Sancho, Ronaldo, Greenwood.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about when Rashford's back?
Let's talk about England, guys. Come on.
That's
if you want to know about Man United, I've got plug in there. Hold on. If you want to know about Man United, tune into the Man United agenda. Yeah, I'm plugging my show now. If you want to know about Arsenal, tune into the Armory. If you want to know about Liverpool, tune into Liverpool's fantastic.
Okay, and next week on Man United's agenda, they'll be discussing Greenwood.
Why
he's not in the squad?
You know what? He forgot about Rashford, didn't he? You forgot about.
You know what? I'm not a Rashford fan. I'm really? Not. I don't think he's been doing it. No, last 2 years,
man,
off the pace.
Serious.
Yeah, but pace. He needs to balance the pace with intelligence. He's not quite there yet.
Was he Theo Walcott? Is he?
Almost like Daniel James, unfortunately. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, back to England. Come on, man.
Mr. B disagrees. James disagrees.
Oh, wow.
Tune into the Man United agenda.
This is my favorite one. Henderson for captain. I'm sorry, but he is a great captain. He can be captain
from the bench, I guess.
He's a great captain, you know.
You know, you have the club captain that doesn't play.
Who's your captain?
When he comes off the bench, you put, hey, I'll have the armband now.
Maguire's got to be captain for me.
Sorry.
Team of the year in the Euros, team of the year in the World Cup. I mean,
we had a few front 3s there for United, and no one's picked Greenwood in that, bro.
I think it's because they just want to have something controversial and get me to get heated and upset. It's okay. Have your opinion, guys.
How many games how many 90 minutes has he played for Man U?
Well, you're talking Greenwood again?
Yeah.
All right. Put it this way: Greenwood, he had the first season. He had him, Rashford, and Martial. They were the top scoring front 3. In the Premiership. So he done really well, broke on the scene. I think players start to suss him out. He's grown now. This season he's come back. Last season he was sort of his stats went downhill, but his contribution to the games was a lot better. If you watch the eye test, not with stats all the time, you can see he was developing. He wasn't giving the ball away. And this season he's blowing up. The game against Leeds. Everyone go back and watch the game against Leeds. The goal he scored. He had a lot of strength.
Even Tottenham are blowing up after 3 games.
Sorry?
Even Tottenham are blowing up after 3 games. Flip's sake.
That's their fans.
No big
That's
deal.
their fans.
The little 1-0.
He's decent. He's decent.
He's a decent player, but like you said, last season it's dropped a bit. I don't know. I'm not Gareth Southgate. I don't know what he's doing and what he's looking for. But like I said, I fully believe by next season, end of this season, he will stamp his authority and he will be in there. I'm not saying
why does Phil Foden?
I'm not Gareth.
2 guys that could be playing in his position, Saka and Phil Foden. Okay, right. Both young players. This ain't going to be an Arsenal Man City debate or anything. No, I'm not being biased. Saka, Phil Foden. For Saka was going into Euros. It was all about Phil Foden.
Yeah,
he even got his hair dyed like Gaza, thinking it'd be like Euro '96. And after one game, Saka comes on, starts driving at them, and he's a threat. And he's in fair play to Southgate. He continued with him. And even against Italy, had Cellini, life and death had to pull him back. That's what I'm saying. So Saka gives you something, and I have to give him credit. He gives you something he can drive at players.
He can drive. Yeah, and defensively as well, he's sound as well. He is mindful.
Fair enough. Yeah, good shout. But I'm saying now, you look at Greenwood. He's got a bit more pace. He's got a lot stronger. And when he's running at you, step over, and could go left, and could go right, what are you going to do? I don't care what international defender you are. You got Greenwood running at you, step, right, left. He can go either way and bang in the middle in the target. What are you going to do? So there you go. Yeah.
You're going to do the dance.
Yeah, that's what he does, isn't it? He's
going to break someone's ankles, They'll be stumbling all over the place.
Listen, I agree. He's a great player, and I have the reasons why Gareth's not done it now, but I guarantee you, next time he's got to pick a squad, he will be in there. He will be.
If he continues doing what he's doing, and he doesn't get no injuries.
Yeah,
you lot are harsh but fair. I'll give you that.
Listen, this is right. Listen, look, if you think of the players we've got in attacking third, you got Sancho, you got Saka, you got Greenwood, you got Grealish, you got Foden, Kane, Calvert-Lewin, Rashford. I mean, come on, man, that's 6, 7 players I just wheeled off there, and you can't fit them all into a squad. It's going to be about who's actually producing the goods week in, week out.
Canners, what do you like? There's another guy called Harvey Barnes. I thought it was really good last year for Leicester. Do you think he gets a look in when he's on form?
Yeah,
he
does. But he's not ahead of those guys who were just mentioned.
Okay.
And that's going to be very, very tough for him. He might get lucky where there might be injuries or suspensions where he gets into like a friendly squad or whatever. There he gets his chance. But other than that, he's going to find it tough. I mean, because that's some serious talent there. We've actually, do you know what? For attacking threat, it's a bit of a golden generation. To be fair,
I say big up to Daz TV.
Yeah, big up Daz.
Liverpool TV show is going to be coming on Kop Talk on Friday. I think picking the squad as well, picking the players, I guess you got all those attacking players and they've all got something different they bring. It's not that they've all bring in the same thing. So maybe he's looking at when he puts up a lineup, I want that player to do that and that player to do that. And maybe that's just something that he's looking at that he wants different.
I'm kind of waiting for Sancho to explode. Once he starts exploding for United, then he will start for England. Mm-hmm. And I think because Grealish played last year in the Premiership and he was doing bits whatever for Villa, that's why everyone wanted him to see him play. Now he's at Man City and stuff. I think he's pretty much going to be a shoo-in now.
Well, everybody wanted to see. Everyone was like, "We want to see Foden and Grealish. We want to see Foden and Grealish at the same time." And now they're at Man City at the same time, and it's like, will we actually get to witness that?
And I think everyone probably if you watch football, would probably say Sancho's ahead of those two.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I would say Sancho's, the things he was doing in Bundesliga, man, seriously. Oh my God. And seriously, had he been doing that in the Premiership and everybody seeing that, it would have been a different story. So we'll see this year. We'll see.
Sorry to drag it on, because this is a nice topic we're talking about. But beyond Stones and Maguire, I'm not happy with the backup we have in centre-back. In previous years, we used to have so many good centre-backs for England.
Yeah, we're attack
But
heavy,
what do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm not... Tyrone Mings for me is like accident waiting to happen. And Connor Cody is just like a midfielder, a little scouse midfielder. He probably talks a lot. But at international level, I don't think he's anything. What do you guys think?
We are very attack heavy.
Yeah, beyond the two centre backs, we're struggling. I think
the thing is, and that's what Rice and Phillips do so well. They protect those two as well. They do such a good job by screening those two. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But you're right. There's not really much dearth really of talent in the centre back region. I mean, Ben White, jury's still out on him. But I think what's even more alarming is the goalkeeper situation. I've never known it to be so bad in my life. It's terrible. Yeah. Terrible.
Remember they used to have Shilton and
Clements.
Oh my God. Clements was winning Champions Leagues with Liverpool. What? And he had to retire from Liverpool, say, I'm fed up with all these trophies. Let me go to Spurs or something like that, you know? Shilton has just been like, 71, he's been there until like 1990. And they both all got 70.
Yeah, but you know what Ray Clements did though, what is wrong? He went to Spurs, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
Killed himself. Where are you going to get an England team like that? You know what I mean? You play for Spursy. You know what I mean?
Oh dear. But you make good point about the goalkeeper.
He retired.
Yeah.
Good point from James here.
Go
Sports. Go Gomez.
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, good player. That's
he's not been playing. When last did he play?
Yeah, it's true.
He was out injured with Virgil, wasn't he? Before he got injured, him and Virgil were our two first starting centre backs.
But was he playing for England? How many caps has he got?
He wasn't he? He was in the squad.
He messed, and then he had.
Was it him really and Sterling had the little fisticuffs?
Him and
Raheem Sterling. Well, I'm sure him and Sterling had the.
Oh yeah, no, that was in the Premiership game. Yeah.
No, that was at the England camp. One England camp.
Dinner table. Yeah.
Gomez is a bit feisty, you know. He's one of those centre backs that he does pick up them yellow cards. He gets a bit boisterous.
I think he's majestic. I think he's like. I've seen him play sometimes. I thought he was like a Maldini type. Just he can stand up. Doesn't have to get past him.
I thought he's that name around very lightly.
He can play on the wings as well.
Serious boots.
He's quite versatile.
I'm boasting up now.
The thing with Gomez, is he hasn't had a lot of injuries, but I think he's had 3, but they've always been big ones, long-term ones. And I think he had one just before the England. I can't remember what year it was. My memory's awful. You know this. It messed up his England career. But like TTM Sports said, when he was playing consistently for England.
I believe he was.
So that's the backup I need. Yeah, I was struggling to think of good defenders. But he's great. Yeah, I love him.
It's only because we have Matip, who is world class. You know, standing next to Virgil. Joe Gomez was in our starting 11. He got injured. Matip took over, and he has been so good since that Gomez was struggling to get back into that position, but he was our starting centre back. And then obviously him and Virgil have been out for a long time. I think we will start seeing him making some appearances soon. I think he was bang on in our last game towards the end. Not our last game, the one before that, against Burnley.
I was thinking,
but if he stays injury free, like TTM Sports says, 2018 and 2021. You know, it's very unlucky.
So go to Ian Shaw's comment, please.
This is from the guy that hasn't even got a decent left back. He's broken-hearted today. No left backs for Man City. Everyone attacked them on the back at the left. You wait and see.
Except for Arsenal.
Oh dear.
Great. I think he's a great backup. But I do agree. Like you said, we are attack heavy at the moment. We might have some centre backs coming up and through. We might have started looking in the Championship. Some up and coming talent.
Lewis Dunk, you guys rate him? What about the guy from Burnley, James
Tarkowski? He was in the squad. Tarkowski.
He was in the squad, wasn't he? Yeah.
He was in the squad for a while. Yeah.
But you need to save those spaces for the right backs.
yeah, it's a good shout.
If he didn't take so many flipping right backs, then some of those guys might get a shout to get in bloody squad. But no, he likes to have loads backing up the right backs, doesn't he?
That's true.
James said if Harvey Barnes makes a transfer to, for example, Liverpool, does he then enter the conversation?
Big club. If that's
going
one
back
of the
to
factors,
a point,
then
isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. And Rico Henry.
Brentford, I've been watching for years. Been in the Championship. Hopefully this year will demonstrate just what the left back he is. Really good left back. He's got it all.
He's in the Premier League
especially
now.
Attacking. And hopefully, he gets to be in the spotlight now.
Yeah. And then we're gonna wrap up now. TTM Sports, James, I would say pull a left back from the crowd at the Etihad, but I don't think that there is many because they've all left. Brilliant.
Oh dear.
James is going to be at Wembley on Sunday, and he's going to be sending me a little video roundup of what he thinks of the game, and it will be on our Kop Talk show. No, on our England aftermatch show.
Good.
That's the Sunday game versus Poland. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap up now.
Wow. That time has flown. I can't.
Yeah.
I know. It's great talking about England again, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, the memories have faded of that final now. We can start getting... we need to get the fans back out, the flags, the horns, get the chants going again. Let's get everyone hyped again.
Running on the pitch, raiding the pitch. Was it James who said he's going to Wembley?
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't run on the pitch rioting. He keeps talking about it. It's like
I'm concerned about the fact that he said if we win the league, he's going to wear a thong. So,
I heard that and I saw that. And
I'll take my notes.
Wow.
Yes. Ollie was very excited about it. I think Ollie will do a song about that. Right. Everybody,
thanks for all the comments, guys. We love
the comments. Please hit the like button. We need some likes up in here and share. We will be back tomorrow at 9:45 after the game to, see if Henderson did start or not. All right. Thanks, everyone. Evening.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.